Hello my YouTube friends, and welcome to Bunky's Workshop. I'm Bunky, and I have a friend with us today, and it is the Sebo Felix. These are made in Germany, and I'm going to be honest with you, I totally forgot about this vacuum for a while. As most of us that are on lockdown or socially distancing and that kind of thing, you kind of start looking through all your crap in the house and realizing, oh wow, I still have that. Or you're just bored and you're going through some videos and you're like, wow, I have one of those and I haven't seen it for a while. Let's check it out. And that's what happened with me. I got a little bored and was kind of, hey, I have that vacuum. I haven't seen it for a while, and let's get it out and take a look at it. And when I did, I'm like, it's dusty, it's dirty, and been forgotten. And so what I did is I dragged it out, and I went online and got myself a new filter for the outside here, and figured I had better give it some TLC because, to be honest with you, I used this all the time and I fell in love with it because it was quiet and powerful and just easy, and it's so many things wrapped up into one. And for some reason I bought a Shark and I started using it, and my buddy Sebo got forgotten. So anyways, I brought it up from the workshop downstairs and figured I'm going to give it some TLC, and I figured I'd bring you guys along with me. And yes, I have kind of a beard going on. I didn't want to shave the past couple of days. I started putting up the tree and decorations and didn't finish. I was supposed to go outside and decorate and didn't do it. It's kind of weird with the presidential crap going on and COVID and not being able to see my friends and just feeling kind of blue. So please come along with me, drag me out of this pit that I'm in, and let's play with a vacuum cleaner. And another thing would be, just as I was getting ready to start this recording, a knock at the door, and I have a package that was delivered, and we're going to do an unboxing together. So that's coming up here soon. But anyways, let's do the grand old Felix. So here we go. This is the Sebo Felix Premium. They are made in Germany. They are very well built, and there are lots of videos online talking about them, on what they can do, and believe me, they can do it all. I bought this because back when I first moved here, I had a cleaning service, and I needed something that was durable, powerful, quiet, and efficient. And this was ranked online to be one of those vacuums that just did it all. So I bought it, and they were correct. Now I'm doing elderly care, and let's just say it got forgotten. But anyways, here we go. So you have your standard onboard upholstery tool, multi-purpose tool. Needs a little bit of cleaning. It's got dust and debris in there. Wow, this is embarrassing. I never put my equipment away looking like this, and for some reason that shark entered my home and this thing got forgotten. But anyways, you got your standard gray upholstery tool, multi-purpose tool, and in very good condition. Needs a wipe off. Then you have your onboard crevice tool, good length. Definitely has had some use. And this is adjustable so that you could put your tools on. And not many people know, but this is kind of spring-loaded in a way, so they'd always stay on board. But I never lost them. They always stayed on. They never fell off. They just stayed there. But anyways, here we go. And then on the back, you have your cord wind, and you do have the quick release. You got your nice, very sturdy cord, or in the UK, you guys call it a cable. And you have your little clip there, so it clips on so it doesn't fall off. And I'm just realizing the rubber piece that used to be up here at the handle, you know, for like tension, you know, has come off. That's sad, so I'll have to get another one. They're very easy to do. You have 2 screws here and this pops off and you just put on a new one. Not a problem. Those Germans think of everything, don't they? But very good long quality cord, and your quick release for your cord. Let's see, where else you want to go from here. The handle. So your handle is adjustable from the short person all the way up to the tall person. You have this little lever here. You pull it, it's kind of stiff, but you pull it forward and you see you can adjust your handle to wherever you like. You just let go and it just clicks right in, okay? Not a problem there. The main unit here, because this is a 2 motor system, you have a motor in here for suction, and then in your head here is a power head, and there's another motor for your brush roll. Here's what got me on this machine, and it was because this was detachable. In the back here, in the front is the button to detach this whole unit. Now for me, if I was in a client's home and if they had hearing aids or just didn't like noise, or they had an animal that was scared of a vacuum and didn't like the noise, or maybe they were on a phone call or something, these units are pretty well quiet. You can even adjust these to be, you know, very, very quiet, so you can still work around a client's home, get your job done without upsetting the whole house, including your loved ones, the little animals. But here's what sold me on this vacuum. You could disconnect it from your power head, and then I would take the handle and drop it all the way down to the lowest setting, and it turns into a mini handheld vacuum because it has this. The hose is built in, it's well built, it's very stretchy. All your attachments connect right to the handle, so you could do the upholstery, you could do your crevice tool. I don't have it, but you could buy an extension wand so you could reach up higher and so forth. But you could just carry this around and get crumbs in your couch or on the floor, on the crevices, or whatever it may be. For me, in a client's home, again, being elderly, sometimes they can't move and they have stuff in their chair or in their bed or something, and they just need a quick cleanup, crumbs, whatever. I can turn this on very low and put the crevice tool on and quietly clean up some of the stuff they might have dropped, and, you know, without really disturbing them. And it really turned out to be very easy and quiet, and no one was disturbed. So that's what sold me on this vacuum to begin with. But very easy, very quiet. So what else can I tell you about this? So the power control on here, let's see if I can get this where you can see it, is on the handle, and it slides. So right now it's in the off position. The first click turns it on. It immediately starts you out on low. And as you slowly slide it down the handle, it takes it all the way up to high power, full speed. And that's very nice because you can find that that sweet spot, if you will, for no matter what you're cleaning or doing. You can make the fine adjustment right from here in suction to to meet whatever need you need it. You know, you needed that deep down clean, full power. You just needed something, you know, light on that light carpet or around a person or whatever it may be. You can fine tune this to whatever you need it to be. And that's why I liked it. Next would be the power head. Some people call it power head. I call it a brush roll or whatever floats your boat. Very well built. The wheels have this like rubber coating on them, and there are 3 of them. 2 here, 1 here in the middle. Wow, look how much dirt is stuck on that brush roll. That's embarrassing. Anyway, 3 wheels, 2 in the back, 1 in the center, which is adjustable for your height, and they are wrapped in kind of like this rubber coating, so if you put it on hardwood floor or a very easy to scratch type flooring, it's not going to harm it. So what else can I tell you? And in here, this orange flap here, you can open it. That way you can get in there in case there's a clog, which that has happened to me a couple of times. But it's so easy. It's spring loaded, so you can just open it up and get your finger in there and do what you got to do. You can actually take the hose off this unit and go in there and clean that out if you have to. The front has this kind of like bumper, so if you hit something, you're not going to harm it. It also has the base plate here is made out of metal, so you're not going to harm anything. It's so durable. On top, you do have the adjustment, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 being your lowest setting, and then all the way up to 4 being your highest setting. You also, on here, you have a button that you can turn this off by the tap of your foot. So if you know that you're going to go on to hardwood floors or ceramic or linoleum or whatever, and you just want straight suction and you don't want the power brush to be on, you tap this, turns off the power head, and you can go and do your thing. And when you go back to your carpet, you tap this and it'll turn it right back on. And next to it, right here, is a light. And if that light is green, it's telling you everything is good, no worries, keep rocking and rolling, do what you got to do. It also will flash red or turn on red if there happens to be a clog, or not a clog, but if you get something stuck on the roller and it turns off, it will let you know that you need to stop, clear the brush roll, and turn it back on and reset it. It's very easy. On the back here you see is the orange foot lever, which you just pop it down and your unit will recline so you could do your vacuuming. And it also, another thing about this, you know, the Germans thought about all this stuff, is the way this thing is shaped. Like right now I have it laying down on the floor. Look how low that is. Because of the way it's shaped on the back, it's flat. Everything is flat. So when you go under, you know, a bed or whatever you need to be, it lays flat on the floor and you can just glide right underneath. It just works. And of course, like some vacuums, this does stand up on its own. The only downside I would say about this that I remember is because it is so well built, it does have some weight to it. You know, it's not like that quick, easy pick up and go vacuum. It's a very sturdy, very solid vacuum. You're not going to break it, but then you're going to have some weight to carry around. So that's the one thing. When it's in this full position like this, the main unit and the power head has some weight to it. So for those of you out there that, you know, want to pick up a vacuum and you want lightweight, easy, kick around the house, this is not for you. This is going to have some weight to it. I've tugged this thing around for a long time, so I know. The other thing is, this whole section here that's plaid, this cloth area, that is a filter. All your air that is sucked up through here comes out through here. Okay? This is all the exhaust coming from the entire vacuum. When you're you're doing a large home or you're doing, a major cleaning job, this motor in here gets pretty warm, and the exhaust from that motor coming out here, it can be pretty hot. So on a hot summer day, and you're trying to get something done and all that hot air is coming out and hitting you, not only are you hot and sweaty from working hard, but then you get all this hot air kicking on you. Now, this exhaust filter here is replaceable. And like I said at the beginning of the video, that's why I bought a new one. You can get all kinds of colors and designs. This is your standard plaid in tan and brown. So I bought the standard. You could get red, or I think there's an orange, but there's different colors. But sticking with the standard, what it came with is what it's going to get. And they are replaceable. On the back here, you can't see it that well, but right here is a clip. And down here is a clip. And the whole thing pops off. Now, I'm going to let you know that I have taken this off twice and washed it and put it back on. Now, I say I washed it once. The first time, everything was okay. The second time, not so great. I'm kind of thinking when you wash these, I think the fabric kind of closes down, so it doesn't let as much air flow anymore. So I say if you're going to do it, replace it is my first suggestion. But if you're just trying to get through this comes in the mail or wherever you buy it from your local dealer, wash it, put it on until this comes in the mail or whenever you get it. But I recommend do change it. When I took it off the first time, it was loaded with a lot of carbon dust. Not so much dirt from anything, but the carbon dust from the motor definitely turned it black. Okay, so what's next? So the bags. Here's an embarrassing thing. Let me grab the bag for this. The bags for these are very easy to install and take out. I'm going to highly recommend, make sure you get Sebo bags. Make sure you get OEM bags. I made the mistake. I bought a big bag of these on Amazon. For some reason, I don't know if I was in a hurry or what I was thinking, but I said, oh, what a great deal. Sebo, thank you so much. I ordered it and got it in, and these are generic. So these do not have the logo or anything on there about Sebo. I have a whole mess of them, so I'm trying to use them as backups. I highly recommend use OEM products on your vacuum. Paper bags is not my favorite. I really like these bags. They're really great. I don't know if there's a big difference between the generic bag and OEM. I'm going to say yes, but that could be just in my head. I've always recommended people, whether I'm doing a clock repair or doing something with a vacuum or something, is always stick with OEM products, original equipment. But anyways, I'm going to check this. I don't know what's in there. It's been sitting in my down by my workbench for a while now. So how you change the bag is you have this clip here, and you just pull it out, and it pops open. I should have had the handle up so it could open this easier. And you have, like on here, you have this little thing where you can close the bag off so that you pull it out so you don't get a plume of dust into the air. But yeah, I'm closing this off, and you can just pull the bag right out. Now see, this is an original. It says Sebo. It's an original, and here's the aftermarket one. So you see the difference? So, well, now that I have it here, I wonder if there is a difference in the bag itself. Yes. This is a thinner bag. You can feel the difference in the bag. So again, stick with originally equipment. Oh, I have an air freshener in there. I was like, why does this look discolored? So, okay. So always stick with OEM. But right now I'm going to put this in. I have more of the originals on order. But for right now, it is what it is. So inside you have a filter. So your first filter collecting dirt and dust will be the bag. Then after the bag, you have another little filter that fits down inside. And you know what? I have vacuumed this and washed it before. These things seem to last forever, but there it is. And then I have my air freshener. So I have these air fresheners from Hoover. And they are orange. So this one is orange scented. So needs replacing. But you also notice when you open these up, you never ever ever have any dust or dirt in there. These things are so well built, and with the filtration and everything, you never ever have any dirt or dust within the cavity in here for the bag sits. So kudos to the Germans, right? So now you know how to take out the bag. To put the bag in is the same thing. You just slide them in. And on the bag, it's got like two little dimples or nipples right here. And you line them up on here. And there we go. And everything just pops back in. Done. So let's see. Oh, the other thing I didn't tell you about was on the top here is your full bag indicator. That'll let you know when your bag needs to be replaced. These bags, I mean, I could pop this one here. This one's only maybe a quarter full. These things will jam pack full, I mean, before that indicator says replace me, because the way these things are built in this cavity in here for suction, it allows the suction to continue to go all the way up to the very top. It's just the way these things are built, so you never waste a bag. And my opinion would be always go for a bagged vacuum versus a bagless. I love Shark, I do, but I hate emptying that bin out, and I hate cleaning those filters. You just don't have those kind of messes with a bagged vacuum. But anyway, everybody's different. Everybody has their likes and dislikes. So let's see if we can change this outer filter. It's a little bit slippery. Can't do it on that finger. There we go. There we go. So these are like little rings that you pop off. There's two, one for top, one for bottom. I'm trying to do this so you can see, but it's kind of hard to do this. But anyways, down the back of the vacuum right here is a seam, and it's a locking seam. It locks into itself. So all you do is you pull it, and it pops off. And voila. So you see how dark that is? That's all that carbon dust. And like I've said, I've washed this twice. And I can also say how I noticed that after washing it wasn't the best in the world was when I used to turn this on before, this would just lay flat. And after I washed, I knew it kind of bubbled out a little bit from all the airflow inside. So I kind of think it was trapping some of the air in there, which is not a good thing. But that's pretty nasty, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah. Anyway, let's see if we can get the rag and some spray, and let's clean this thing up. Let's give it a little bit of TA. So what I'm using is called Sprayway All-Purpose Foam Cleaner. I like it because it doesn't really drip. It's a foam. So let's give it a little TLC. And it smells good. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can get a new bag on here. Not bag, filter. Wow, look at the difference. Disgusting clean. So all you got to do is this first plastic piece, there's like a plastic piece here, and you tuck this in to this groove, right? Line it all up, and then you take this, pull it tight, and there's another plastic piece that goes right in there. A little difficult sometimes. I gotta turn this the other way. There we go. So for me, it was just easier to lay it down. Voila. Doesn't she look pretty? Can you see the difference in color? All right, so let's see if we can get these rings put back on. You know what? I put the cable inside. Why didn't you guys tell me? Okay, pop this back out. Look at that. How stupid was that? Well, at least it's easy to redo, right? So, tighten that up. Voila. Very easy. Let's see if we can get this rings back on without getting the cord trapped. There's one. Let me do it the other one. There we go. Let me make sure I got them the same way. I guess at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Done. Okay, so we have a new bag in. No, we don't. We got to put the filter in. Don't forget to put the filter in. New bag in. Okay, so filter's in, bag is in, outside filter is put on. Let's clean this baby up a little bit. Maybe we'll give it a quick whirl. Let's see. I also want to be able to clean up that brush roll because I didn't show you that part. That was another thing that Sebo does very well, and I'll show you. The brush rolls just pop in and out for replacement. And to clean them is so easy. A lot of vacuum cleaners don't even think about that. They just, you have to get down there and really work at it to clean a brush roll. With Sebo, the brush roll comes right out. Starting to look better already. So while I'm thinking about it, so say that you're vacuuming your living room, you're vacuuming that carpet, you know, and you're, oh look, there's some dirt around the baseboard or something. So while you're doing carpet, the brush roll is up and running, okay? You're vacuuming, brush rolls, you know, cleaning up your carpet. Oh, I see that on the baseboard, I want to clean it up. You pull this out. When you pull the hose out, there's a micro switch in here. That automatically turns the power head off, so it's not running. So you clean, do your thing, and when you put this back in, it automatically turns this back on. Now, in the upright position, power head is off. It only turns on automatically, okay, when you pull this back. So when you recline this to use it, power head turns on. When you put it back up, it turns off automatically. But again, remember, you got the switch on the power head. You could turn it on and off as well. So let's clean this up. It's amazing how dirty and dusty things get just sitting. Looks so much better. Okay, so that's just a quickie. Let's lay this down. And on this power head, I need to back up so you guys can see what I'm doing. If I remember correctly, it's this end. And this end, because this brush roll has a lot of crap in it, you squeeze. There's a button kind of like down here, you squeeze. Cap comes off, and the brush roll pops right out. Now, if I remember, before I put this away, this is a brand new brush roll. And you just take a scissors or whatever you got, and you clean this up. Yick. So I hope everybody out there is being safe with all that's going on. I know Thanksgiving was a bit weird for us. We normally go to Matthew's brother for Thanksgiving. He makes a wonderful dinner. But with all that's going on right now, we all decided to stay home, have our own dinners, and we did like a family Zoom type thing. We did not have a traditional Thanksgiving with turkey and dressing and all that stuff. Living down here on the water, we wanted seafood. And at first we were going to do shrimp and lobster and, what was it, shrimp, lobster, and crab legs. At the last minute, we thought, you know what, let's have some steamed crabs. So we ended up buying a bunch of steamed crabs, and we sat here and talked and listened to music and just enjoyed the quiet time. All right, there we go. Much, much better. So as you see, I cleaned that all up nice and clean. And all you have to do is the end that's open. This has, you know, the little thing sticking out. The end that's open, you just slide this in and you turn it a little bit till it pops in. You hear that? So I'll do it again. Listen. Hear that pop? So it's popped in, it's engaged. And then you pop this back on and done. All nice and clean again. So let's put this back up. She's feeling better already. I hear her cheering. So let's now clean the cord. Not too bad. So we're getting there, my friends. And I want to thank each and every one of you that have subscribed or watching my videos. I know I'm not high tech like some of others that are out there when it comes to making these videos. But for some reason I kind of enjoy it. It keeps me busy. And I'm really enjoying all the people that I'm meeting on YouTube. And I'm learning a lot right along with, because there's a lot of you out there that know a lot more about these vacuums than I do. But I'm really enjoying learning and talking with all of you. But there you go. So look at all that crap I got out of the brush roll. I don't know who had green and blue carpet, but yeah. So outer filter replaced. Dirt bag replaced. And I have another freshener that I'll put in later. So real quick, we're just going to take her for a spin, okay? So let me plug her in. And it's just going to be a quick one, but just to make sure all is well. So we're going to start it off on low. So I don't think I have this completely closed right. Let's try it again. I don't think I had it closed right. So that is on low, and I'll slowly take it up to high. That's high. Remember I was saying about the power head will turn off when you take the hose out? Let's try it. So the power head will turn on. You see the green light, the red light? So we see how it turns off, turns back on.
let me get some rice and throw that down. So give me a second. Okay, so I'm just going to throw a little bit of rice down just for the heck of it. You're probably not going to see too much of it. Our carpet is a light tan. So there we go. Oh, little drink of coffee. Here's to all of you out there. Let's pick up some rice. That all the way in the lowest. How does that work? Let's see if the so when you bring the vacuum back up, power head turns off. Wow, what a beauty. I think I'm going to leave this up here and put the shark away. Boy, these things are a dream. I really love them. They're so quiet, and it groomed the carpet very well. Now, in the house, we have a 3-story home, and we have a central vac with the power head and, let's see, the main unit is by Electrolux, but the power head is Visselwerk, I believe is what that is. Performance Review, what was his name? Well, anyways, those of you out there that watch all these videos on vacuums, the Performance Guy, YouTube guy, I asked, what was the power head he would recommend for a central vac system, and he recommended the Visselwerk, and I purchased it. And boy, was he right. The power head that came with that system was just junk. The one that I got, the Visselwerk, that thing rocks. So that is 95% of the time we use the central vac, because you just pull it out, you do what you got to do, put it away. It's done, it's lightweight, it works. But I do love my vacuums, and I do have, I never counted them. But I do have a lot of vacuums. But I would like to use this one more often. I miss it. Anyways, thank each and every one of you, all my subscribers out there, and all your comments and suggestions and ideas. Thank you so much. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching this video. If you get a chance, subscribe. Let's become friends and learn from one another. And even if you really, really like it, give it a thumbs up, ring that bell, and let's have a good time together, okay? Be safe out there, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.